Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rika and this is Rika Life. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventures in yarn and crochet. Today, as always, we have lots of fun stuff in store. If you haven't already, please like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, so we are going to have a little bit of a whip and yarn chat today. But before we do that, I actually want to share with you two finished projects that I have. So one is actually a mandala. So I started this a while ago. This is my mandala. And this is called Queen, and it's by Lifestyle by Ella. It's on her website. It's a really, really beautiful, intricate pattern. And I made it with, my gosh, what is it called? Hobby Lobby's Rainbow Rhapsody. I think that's what it's called. Is that the name of the color? No, the color's called Teal of Fortune, but it's a very thin one weight. So I actually held two strands together and I used a G4mm hook, and that's some of the detail of the project. So this is available on her website. I think it's also on my Ravelry page, on my projects page, so you can find it there. I had done up to, let's see, I think I finished the popcorns. Yeah, I had finished these popcorns and then I was up here. So I just did the next, I think, 3 to 4 rows and then I decided to stop. So this yarn actually is supposed to have blue in it, which it does. Yeah, you can see it. It's right there at the bottom. So it starts off with grays and it goes to like a blue mint color, and then it goes to like a teal color. But that was going to take a while to get there. So I was like, I'm just going to finish this. So this is no longer a whip. This is a finished project. Okay. So that's the first one that I wanted to share with you. There it is again. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. I haven't made many mandalas like this lately, but it's really fun. And I feel like once I get into the rhythm, I just love it. And I love the repetition. I love that you figure out what stitches you're doing and then you just do it all the way around. And it's actually so meditative. It is so relaxing. And I just love it. I just didn't love the weight of the yarn. The yarn itself is very nice, but I had to hold two strands together because it's just honestly way too thin for me. But yeah, so that is the first one. It's called Queen and it's by Lifestyle by Ella. You can find that online. I only went up to round 23, but I think it has over like 50 or 60 rounds, or so I did not complete it, but there's like 3 different places in the pattern where you could stop. So this was the first place where you could stop, and then the second place, and then if you get to the full size, there's that third place. So I did like the mini version of it, and I'm super duper happy that that's off my whip list. Okay, the other one, I have shared a picture of this in my posts. Like I made a post about this. So this is, let me just see, where's the front? I think this is the front. Okay, I don't know. This is the Annabelle shawl by Bag O' Day Crochet. And this is done now. It's not too big, but this is using Line Brand ice cream yarn in the color Raspberry Ripple. And this actually felt like it went by really fast because the colors were changing. So it kept me very occupied and not getting bored. So that was nice. Color changes. Again, this is the Annabelle shawl by Crystal over at Bag O' Day Crochet. Just show you what it looks like. It's a very easy repeat with granny stitch rows and then solid double crochet rows. And I can try and put it on. I have it woven in the ends. So it's not huge, but it is sufficient to cover my shoulders, and that is all that I wanted. So This is just using one skein, which I think was close to 400 yards. And so this is also done. And I actually, before I hit record, I just went through my whip bags and I was just seeing how many projects I have left. And you guys, I only have 4 projects. Isn't that amazing? I only have 4 whips. Like, that's just wild to me. I had a point where like I had like 10, 12, 15 whips. So getting down to 4 is amazing. And I've been keeping good on 2 promises. So one was not starting any projects until I finish my whips, and I have not. The other one was not buying any more yarn. So all of January I haven't bought any yarn, and as of today, which is I think February 10th, I haven't bought any new yarn. So I'm doing very good on my promise. Once I finish these 4 whips, I mean, I think when I get down to like 2, then I might start a new project. So if I just finish 1 or 2 more projects out of my whips, then I'm going to start a new one. Okay, this is the one that I'm currently working on. So I'm making another shawl, the same shawl. Where are we? Okay, so I'm holding it upside down. Sorry, just bear with me for a second. Okay, this is the next one that I'm making. This is shades of gray so far, and this is actually Lion Brand mandala yarn in the color unicorn. Yeah, that looks like purple. So I guess the next color is a little bit of purple. There was gray, there's a tiny bit of purple, and then it's going to go to pink. So that is what I'm working on right now. I'm using a Susan Bates I 5.5 millimeter hook. And that is what I'm going to work on for a couple of minutes with you today. I thought we could just have a whip and yarn chat session. So feel free to work on a whip, start a new project, grab something to drink. And I realized that I left my tea in the other room. So I'm just going to go grab it and I'll be right back. All right, I got my tea. So this is my mug. It says going back to bed. I bought this at Joann's a couple of years ago. And I'm having ginger tea. So just something to, I mean, the weather's been weird. It was really warm. It became like summer temperatures here. And this morning when I stepped out, it became cool again. So I think there is a cool front coming through for a couple of days. And then hopefully it'll get warm again. But yeah, I do have a road trip coming up. Oh, the tea's so nice. So I do have a road trip coming up this week. I will be in the car for 6 hours each way, I think. Around 6 hours. So I'm thinking that is the perfect time to either finish my whips or start some new projects. So I have bought from Hirschner's, I bought, what's it called? I think it's called a Momenti yarn. Yeah, it's not the butterfly. It's Premier Momenti, I think. I bought in 2 colorways. I also bought Sweet Roll DK. And I also bought, yeah, I'm thinking of the mandala yarn. That was a different purchase. But yeah, so guys, I'm going on a road trip. And I'm super excited because I get to crochet because I'm not going to be the one driving. But yeah, like how much yarn do you pack for a road trip? It's so hard to know. And also, I'm not sure how much, I mean, I'll be at my destination for about 3 days. So if you count, I mean, for 3 days, I could get in a lot of crocheting. So that is what I'm going to do right after I finish recording this video is I'm just going to go through, I'm going to pick some yarn, I'm going to pick some hooks, and I'm going to pack my yarn bag because I really want to have it with me on my trip. That's always, I'm not joking, but 99% of the time, that's the first thing I pack when I'm going on a trip. Whether I'm going by car, whether I'm going by plane, that is the first thing I pack is my crochet bag. So that is what I'll be packing from now. And then I'm going to share it with you. It's so funny because I remember last year I went on a road trip and I packed a bunch of Premier Puzzle yarn and what was the other one? Yeah, Puzzle in Cat's Cradle and Hopscotch. And I think I took 4 to 6 balls of Premier Puzzle yarn, and I might have taken something else, but I ended up making shawls and I ended up giving them away on that trip. So I didn't have to bring them home with me. So I might do something similar this time. I don't know. Now that I think of it, maybe I could make some scarves and give them away. Because the thing is, you want to have something that you can work on that will kind of keep your hands busy. Like, I don't want to make just something small where I have to keep stopping and cutting and reattaching or changing colors. So I just want a project kind of like what I'm working on right now, where I'm working on this shawl. Sorry, you can't even see it. Let me try and lower my camera a bit. So can you see it now? Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's kind of nice to just have a project with one ball of yarn and you can just keep going. You don't need to worry about color changing. You don't need to worry about cutting, attaching, any of that. So that should be okay because I honestly, most of my yarn is color changing yarn. I have very little yarn that is like solid skeins. I do have some, but a lot of them are color changing yarn. So yeah. So I was looking into a local market that happened here, like a farmer's market, and I actually reached out to the organizers before I applied because I wanted to find out from them if they had other crochet vendors. And they replied back to me and they told me that yes, they do have other crochet vendors, kind of indicating that they're not there every time because you have to sign up for a particular weekend at a time. But they said that they have 2 to 3 other crochet vendors. So that to me is kind of, what's the word? I wasn't very excited by that because I was hoping that they would only maybe have one crochet vendor at a time. If they have 2 or 3 other crochet vendors at the same time as me, I mean, that's just completely saturated. Like how can I make it so that my things truly stand apart? And honestly, the only things that I have made right now, kind of not in bulk, but I have my blankets, which are here behind me. So I probably have 8 to 10 blankets. And I did sell some blankets in my last market, but that's not really a hot seller. So yeah, I'm not sure that I want to apply to that market now because first of all, there's going to be a booth fee. I have to make that back, and I don't know. So it is close by to me, so that is exciting. But honestly, I was just thinking about the amount of time it takes to make all those items, and then you spend 3-4 hours there. Plus, you have a booth fee, and plus now finding out that there's going to be other crochet vendors there. I mean, and what if they just put us all beside each other? I don't know. That's way too much. So right now I feel like I'm just enjoying the crochet, I feel like October, November, December just got really busy. So right now I'm kind of just still taking a break and relaxing, catching up on my whips. And honestly, I'm so like I can't believe that I only have 4 whips. That's really amazing to me. I went through my yarn. I have an inventory of my yarn. I went through all my whips. And I do have some more finished projects that I kept in my yarn closet. And then on the bottom, I have scrap bags. So I think I have 1 scrap corner to corner and maybe a scrap granny square, but I think I donated that. So I don't know. It's so hard to know what to keep and what to get rid of. Also, I told you in an earlier video that my parents were here and I made them some pieces for their kitchen. So I made them a round circular mat for their center table. They have a circular table. And then I made some mats to go under vases or vases. And Yeah, I think I made them 3 in white cotton and then 1 in blue. It was Premier Hipster Cotton in Hello Hydrangea. So I made that for them, and that was just really fun. So I do have some, what do you call them? Not placemats, but I made these heat pads. I don't know what you call them. I made these things out of pink cotton yarn and I keep them and I put them on my dining table, kind of like a mat, so that the runner doesn't burn and the table doesn't burn. I also use them when I'm warming up things in the microwave. So I always forget to put it in first, but say I have a bowl of soup, I'll put my bowl of soup in the microwave, and then when it's done, I'll take my pink placemat and put it in the microwave and put the bowl on top and then carry that. So it's kind of like a bowl cozy, but it's not shaped for a bowl. It is just flat and it's like has a flower pattern on it, but it's made out of cotton yarn. So I was thinking of using up some of my cotton yarn and just making more things like that. The other way I've been using my cotton yarn is I made a bunch of like face scrubbies. So they're just circles like about this big. And I use them with my toner to clean my face. I use them just kind of for makeup stuff. So, and then I made some into like hand towels. Those are hanging in my kitchen, but they've all kind of curled up. I don't know why. And yeah, I have not a lot of cotton yarn, but I want to say at least 10 to 15 balls of cotton yarn. So I really want to use them up. I guess I could make like a scrap project. I guess I could make like, say I held together 3 or 4 strands. Now keep in mind that some of the cotton I have is thicker, some of the cotton I have is thinner. But say I held together 3 or 4 strands, I think I could make like either a basket or something like that. So I'm kind of thinking about what to do with my cotton yarn just because I want to make a dent in it. You know, it's really nice to have it, but I kind of bought random colors. I bought really random colors, so now I just have, you know, bits and pieces of different colors, nothing really like to make a set of something. That's what I want to say. Okay. I've been doing really good with my stuff, you guys. So I've been doing my steps every day. I've been trying to work out every day. I'm just trying to take care of my health because it's so easy to just sit down and crochet and just forget about everything else. But then I realized that no, I need to be active and I need to take care of my health. So I've been spending time on that too. So this week in particular, like last week, I didn't crochet that much, but I'm back, you guys. So yeah, we have today's video. Let's see what happens on Wednesday. It would be nice to do a live, so I might do a live on Wednesday. And then I will have a video either on, I guess, maybe on Friday. But I will have to record that a little bit in advance before my road trip. And yeah, I'm so excited for my road trip. I can't wait to kind of shop my stash now and see what do I want to make. So the easiest thing for me is to make a shawl or to make a baby blanket. I did try making a scarf. So I had bought, what is that yarn called? Oh my gosh, I think it's a Premier yarn. I don't even have it right here. What's it called? Sweet Roll Vivid. Yeah, that's the yarn that I was using right at the beginning of the year. So I bought it in 3 colorways. And out of 2 of those, I made corner to corner blankets with matching hats. And then with one of them, I made a divine hat and I made a couple of different things out of it. But that yarn was a little bit thick, on the thick side, and it wasn't that much yardage. It was like 170 something yards. So I didn't feel like that was adequate to make something big, and I only bought 2 balls of each color. So I only had, yeah, I didn't make a shawl. I made baby blankets out of it. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know why I went into that. But yeah, so I could make blankets, I could make shawls. Oh yeah, I was talking about that because I tried to make a scarf with it, and then I had to keep frogging it because I was just trying to go by memory, and my scarf was not turning out that well. So then I kind of just, I think I left it, or maybe I even frogged it. I don't remember if I frogged it or not. But yeah, I'm going to shop my stash and I'm going to find something fun. I think I'd have to take at least, it depends on how much yardage, but at least 6 balls of yarn, I want to say. If it's like a bulky weight, then I need more. But I want to work on patterns that are not too complicated, that I can just pick up and put down, that are more like mindless projects. So if you have any great patterns for car projects that you work on when you go on road trips, could you please let me know in the comments? I would really love to know, because I would really love to be able to make something nice while I'm in the car. So I'm super, super excited about this, and it's just one of the perks of not driving while on a road trip. And I get to be the passenger, and I get to spend some time with my craft while also enjoying the road trip and the company and the scenic, the scenes along the way. So, yeah, I get to go and shop my stash. I will have to choose a project bag. So, I do have a few project bags that all close. They all have zippers. And then I have a really big one, but that does not close. It's just open, which just surprises me. I wish they had put a zipper on it. Anyways, I went to one of my favorite stores where I buy these totes and things from, and they've just kind of completely changed up their stock since the last time I went. It has been like almost, I want to say almost a year since I last went to their store, but they've just changed up so much, and they do have nice things. They do have nice prints, but I was just surprised because I'm used to seeing certain types of totes that I've been buying for the last few years, and now they didn't even have those anymore. So I did end up buying some things because I had a gift card, but yeah. Okay, so I am on. There was some purple up there. I know that kind of still looks gray. And then now I'm going into pink. So I'm finally starting on the pink. So the end is near. I'm pretty sure I can finish this shawl before my trip. And then I will have only 3 whips, you guys. So exciting. So what are my other whips? So I have one more shawl, one more Annabelle shawl, one hexagon cardigan I'm making for my daughter, one baby blanket. That's 3. I think this is the 4th. Yeah, so I just have 4 projects. And then I will be whipless. But hopefully on my trip, whatever I start, I can finish. And hopefully it doesn't take up too much space. Or rather, maybe I can just gift it or donate it on my trip so that I don't have to bring it back. But suffice to say, because I'm going in the car, you better bet I'm going to take lots of yarn, and I'm going to take, as much stuff as I want. Because when you go on a plane, then it's kind of like, okay, I'm just taking a carry-on, and you're very limited to that. But I mean, I always still take a whip bag with me. But when going in the car, I could even have 2 bags, you guys. I could have 2 whip bags, and nobody's gonna say nothing because it's just going in the trunk of the car. So I'm gonna have so much fun. I can't wait. Okay, so look out for me on Wednesday. I might be doing a live. If not, then I will have a video on Thursday or Friday, which I'll have to record sooner than later. And then I will then see you again after my trip, and then I can share with you what I made on my trip. And that should be really fun too. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any ideas on great patterns to make on road trips. Also, let me know if you'd like what you worked on while you watched this video. and I will end it here. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.